Hi, my name is Stephanie Flint, and I'm the co-creator of Infinitas Publishing, and today I will be reading Chapter 16 of Magic Stealing. Also, in other news, Isaac and I got the pieces that we'll need to finish the game boards, the game bags that we'll be doing for Failings for Old Drum Days, which is April 9th. And right now, that's pretty much it. Next week, we'll probably go ahead and show off the game bags that Isaac's been doing a lot of work to get those done, and also the game board, which will be available online, and of course we also have the wooden boards. And that's it for now, and I hope you enjoy the reading.
Chapter 16. Shivanaji sat alone in the Kavanalanos library, her cloak draped on the back of the giant chair. The room was dark, save for light shed by a rugged, hand-sized crystal she'd enchanted. Gilded book titles gleamed at her from the spines of leather and cloth binding. Near the door, a marble statue of Ifa looked on, oblivious. Her eyes weren't made of obsidian, so she could see nothing. Shivanaji twisted a small charm between her lanky fingers as she eyed the statue. Thanks to Ifa, Tirana needed to die. Needed to die before the trickster realized that they both had only a partial resistance to his powers. She clutched the charm tight. The necklace piece was an obsidian raven with its wings outstretched and tail straight, what Medaya once called the Raven's Cross. The tips of its rings pressed into her palm, uncomfortable. She glanced at the edge of the desk, to a bowl of scrying liquid. According to the bowl, her shadow stood in the middle of a city street. They approached a young man and his horse. Her breath caught in her throat. Darnan! She'd ordered them to leave him alone. If they made him a shadow— The young woman rushed out from a nearby cottage, and right as she mounted the horse, a flash of light erupted. It flooded the room with brilliant light. Shivanaji gasped and flung the bowl across the room. Its contents splashed the floor and soaked into the rug. The light dissipated. Her heart beat fast, and she realized she was holding her breath. The Shodakachral had reacted to shadow magic. She'd seen this before, but she hadn't expected it to react here. The stone's reaction. That's why Medaya convinced Ifa to make the deal with her, to make sure Tirana would go through time as a shadow and force the stone to reprogram itself, which meant she probably wouldn't get her magic back without killing Tirana herself. That cursed trickster, she muttered. You called? A male voice asked, haughty. She froze. Show no fear, she told herself. She turned and faced the god, raising an eyebrow as if she weren't impressed. Not specifically. Why? He shrugged. Could have sworn I heard my name. Your name is Trickster? I thought it was Asana. Oh, well, I'm a god of many names. You have several names too, don't you, Destroyer? She snorted. What do you want? The god pulled a wooden chair from thin air and plopped in the seat. He had unruly dark brown curls that fell into his eyes and past his ears. His eyes were dark gray, nearly black. He had a rounded jaw, and if he intended to keep his physique, he could stand to spend more time fighting on his own rather than sending Kofrash to do his dirty work. Granted, he was a shapeshifter, so his appearance was entirely his choice. As for his clothing, he could have fooled anyone but her into thinking he was a common mage and swashbuckler. Cotton tunic tied at the waist with a plain belt, tan buckskin leggings, leather wraps around his wrist, and a sword and scabbard at his side. He tilted his head and flashed a menacing smile. Like what you see? She rolled her eyes. Just thinking you might want to work on your appearance if you plan to rule the realms. Asana let loose a grating laugh. If I'm a ruler, I'll wear whatever I please, customs be cursed. Now tell me, why did two of my shadows disappear? She controlled her breathing, slow, steady. I believe there was magic in the glass stone which interacted negatively with the shadow magic. Or positively, rather, if shadow magic is negative. Anyhow, it erased them. Not exactly true, but Asana didn't need to know the details. You're hiding something, he sang, wagging his finger. Iva, I'll kill you myself. She sighed. The Shodakachral is the sole threat your shadows face. What did you expect? Glassstone resists shadow magic. He eyed her suspiciously. Then we need to get the passage stone for ourselves. Or you should, since I have my appearance to tend to. He tugged his tunic and grinned. She kept her face blank. I'll see what I can do. Good. Well then, until next time, Destroyer. I have minions to command. I think one might have been a tailor before you turned him into shadow. The god vanished. She slumped in her chair. He was an idiot. A powerful idiot, but an idiot nonetheless. Who in their right mind called their minions minions? She rolled her eyes and set to work replacing the water in her scrying bowl.